Most mornings for an aspirant look exactly like this. You wake up, open the paper, and highlight a mountain of disconnected headlines, hoping something sticks. The system. Take a real example. Nitish Kumar recently made headlines by resigning from his position in the Bihar Legislative Council to join the Rajya Sabha. A novice reads that and memorizes the career move. An expert recognizes a prompt from the examiner to review the constitutional structure of a bicameral legislature. To succeed, you have to reverse engineer breaking headlines into the specific syllabus topics they illustrate. Let's follow that Bihar headline into your polity syllabus. It provides the perfect context to review how state legislatures are structured. Under Article 169, Parliament holds the power to create or abolish a legislative council. But the membership itself is dictated by Article 17(1). 1/3 of members are elected by local bodies, like municipalities, and another third are elected by the members of the Legislative Assembly. The remaining chamber is strictly portioned out, 1/12 chosen by graduates, 1/12 by teachers, and 1/6 nominated by the governor. To hold one of those 75 seats in Bihar, you must also be at least 30 years old. This same mapping technique applies to national security. When news breaks regarding nationwide security sweeps, the examiner sees an entry point to test your knowledge of the National Investigation Agency. To understand the NIA, you trace it back to its origins. Following the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks, the government established this central body under the Ministry of Home Affairs to improve coordination and respond rapidly to national security threats. A 2019 amendment expanded their authority even further. The agency now investigates cases beyond terrorism, including cybercrime and human trafficking networks. The political drama and the raids create the headlines, but the exam questions test your grasp of the constitutional articles and parliamentary acts behind them. Let's switch to the economy. When global crude oil prices fluctuate, it dominates the business pages. An examiner uses that fluctuation to test your knowledge of India's domestic oil geography. While India imports over 85% of its crude, domestic production remains a massive industry. Rajasthan's Barmer Sandshore Basin produces roughly 20 to 25% of the country's total onshore oil. Move offshore into the Arabian Sea, and you hit Mumbai High. This deep-water region often pumps out a higher volume of crude than any single state on the mainland. Once that oil is pumped, it requires processing, which brings us to taxation. While GST occupies modern headlines, examiners frequently test the foundational, pre-GST frameworks that still govern certain goods today. This chart shows the operation of the Central Excise Duty. Imposed under Entry 84 of the Union List, this tax applies to the manufacture of goods within India. It is collected the moment a product is finished, before it ever reaches the consumer. For decades, government officers physically controlled this process. However, in 1996, the system shifted to self-assessment, requiring manufacturers to calculate and file their own tax liability. Fuel prices and tax rates are live action tests of your grip on India's resource map and economic evolution. Syllabus connections appear in specific defense developments as well, such as the recent delivery of 2,000 Prahar light machine guns to the Indian Army. This falls under the Atmanirbhar Bharat syllabus. The Prahar is a 7.62 mm caliber weapon, weighing 7.6 kilograms, and its domestic production illustrates India's shift towards self-reliance in defense manufacturing. The sports page works the same way. Sunil Narine is now the most capped overseas player in IPL history, reaching 190 matches exclusively for the Kolkata Knight Riders. Even obituary notices contain testable material. Vijay Pat Singhania passed away recently at the age of 87. You should know his specific legacy. He was the former chairman of the Raymond Group, a 2006 Padma Bhushan recipient, and a world record holder in high-altitude hot air ballooning. Human interest and sports stories provide specific data points regarding corporate history and athletic records. Every news headline serves as a specific signpost, pointing directly to a chapter in your static textbooks. When you adopt this method, you stop guessing what might appear on the exam. The daily news reveals exactly what is on the examiner's mind. Look at the front page of today's paper. What underlying systems are at play? Identify the specific articles, acts, or geographic zones that anchor these stories. Adopt this methodology to see the exam through the eyes of the person writing it. Subscribe for more deep-dive syllabus mapping, and check the comments below. I've left a mock test question based on today's breakdown. Let me know your answer.